Third time's a charm for the new Spider-Man.
Yeah, third Spider-Man, Tom Holland. It's still Peter Parker, who already has his been killed pre-Spider abilities already come with it. The pre-package to the video game, to the movie.
Package deal.
Yeah, he's already there.
It's shipped, it's processed, it's delivered.
But he still has the same, I gotta grow my abilities. Spider-Man Homecoming. And we're about to figure out how this movie holds up today. What's up, world, and welcome to another episode of Movie Showdowns. It's the movie review series that I, your host, Ali Zakka, have, where I bring a friend or family member on and we review a movie, new or old. The newer movies will not have spoiler reviews. We have a separate spoiler review episode, and the older ones is all in one. We don't care anymore. We're just giving you all, because a movie from 2001 you haven't seen.
That's your fault.
Pretty much. So, what it is, we're going to have a grading system in this movie. The educational system, A through F, plus and minuses do count. And I'm going to introduce you to another old school guest, the roster member, the top 10 of the guest list, the OKP, Jared Freed. Y'all know the J Train podcast, one of his sayings that he got from a friend. I like it, so I'm going to borrow from Jared, and you can use it too. But OKP, original key player, Steve Norman, welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
And we're about to dug into Spider-Man Homecoming. It's another Spider-Man movie, as we said. We can't really figure out any other way to put it. Just another one. But it's like...
They did it right.
Yes. Yeah, they did it really well. Like, it was a movie, like... It wasn't like the 30-year-old version that,
Tobey Maguire
had to try to act like that high school character when he was in his 20s and 30s. And it's not like the, as they call it, the hipster reboot... Andrew Garfield version. It's an actual Marvel movie that joined with Sony. They decided to make this thing happen. They was like, we gotta do Spider-Man right because we want him in the Marvel Universal series, the MCU. We want him in that series. We gotta do this right, and we gotta make sure everybody understands now that the first two versions of Spider-Man are no longer...
They're gone.
Relevant. Yeah, it's already done. And I'm glad they actually didn't do the whole
origin story. What happened?
Yes.
Oh no, Ben.
Yes.
Feelings.
You already got thrown into it, which I
like that because they weren't babying us around. They weren't holding our hand saying, "This is who Spider-Man is."
But because of that, you kind of forgot some of the stuff Spider-Man could do. Like, he has super strength. He has these abilities where he gets Spidey sense. Like, the movie didn't really show his Spidey senses that go off. Like, he knew that it was going off, but he didn't have to, like, do a slow motion.
But I like that, though.
Ding. I was like, oh, yeah.
I like that. They weren't trying to baby us around. They knew what we knew. And if you guys don't know it, that's your own problem.
So, DC, you're paying attention. You want to do another Batman movie, take note. Just take note. Do not do the whole origin movie. Just, Spider-Man, Marvel, okay. We just go off that same route. But he still had his issues. We had to grow into his... Not grow into his powers. It was almost like he got powers from... Not powers. He got a new suit. It was more of the suit versus the man situation in this Spider-Man movie, where Peter Parker got a suit that you saw in Civil War from Tony Stark, and he was trying to get used to using this suit and learn how to use all his abilities. And as he goes on throughout the movie, he becomes more of himself and okay with himself and understanding who he is.
He believes in his own ability other than relying on the suit.
Right? Which he already has a ton of ability from the spider bite.
Mm-hmm.
So, it was a cool movie. So you watch Peter Parker grow into the guy he is. Not really, because he's still
a kid at heart.
Yeah, he's like, this is Spider-Man's rookie movie. Like, this is his rookie moves. Like, in this movie, he made a lot of rookie mistakes. Like, I believe that, like, the other Spider-Mans wouldn't have done. Like, the certain things he did, which I'll get into the spoiler review. But, yeah, it was him growing to himself and Peter Parker learning about himself and also trying to balance being Spider-Man and balance his high school life and balance his family and friends.
It felt like what a real high schooler would have done in a real situation.
Yes, exactly. And as Peter Parker trying to learn about himself and balance his life, he's also trying to prove himself to the Avengers that he can take on the bigger tasks, the bigger missions, and the bigger boss battles, i.e. the Vulture, who comes in and he's in the commercials. And as Peter Parker's learning about himself, he's kind of getting more entangled into the situation of solving the mystery on who is this guy creating weapons and dealing them to people. And because of that, he finds himself facing the Vulture, and now he got to figure out how to overcome the Vulture and keep his life together. Spider-Man Homecoming. Doo-doo. Roll credits. So, what did you think of the storyline?
I was in love with it. Compared all to the other Spider-Man movies I've seen, this has been my all-time favorite one. Hands down.
I thought it was a great storyline. Like I felt Peter Parker. I understand his journey. I seen how he was growing. I was like, oh, I get that. I understand. But certain times, this is all Spider-Man movies, and probably because it's in the comics too. But for some reason, the comics don't really emphasize it that much, or I just didn't read certain parts of the comics that emphasize it that much. But Peter is like that. I should tell her. I shouldn't tell her.
He's a cringy high schooler boy.
Well, not in the cringe way.
I thought it was cringy at first.
But you're like, dude, just tell people. Like.
We're not all Ali Zakka here. We're not all grinding towards success.
However, that one time though, I did say in Spider-Man 2, I was talking to my mom about it. Like the likelihood of somebody picking out that Spider-Man, like of all the million people in New York to say, oh, that guy right there is definitely Spider-Man. Like, the likelihood of that was like slim. But in this movie, it kind of took that logic that I said and just like, oh, that actually makes sense. Why that? Oh, okay, I can see that. I see what you did there. But yeah, anything else about the storyline, like that you really want to note or make a notice of?
They focused a lot on his up and rising abilities. Loved that. They focused on his own mistakes that he makes, which is very good to point out because he's a new superhero. He's new to the whole scene. He's still young, so he still makes those mistakes. I really like that did that. True.
Like, cause the stuff he's handling before was like little cat burglar stuff, like nothing too big, and now he's actually getting to bigger tasks, bigger challenges. He is making more mistakes, and he took L's. Peter Parker took the most losses and the most disappointments and most failures of any superhero I've ever seen. Like, my gosh. This movie, he was like down. Like, poor Peter.
Poor Peter.
Poor Peter.
That's how you're supposed to feel about him, too, though. You're supposed to feel, aw.
Right? But like any other superhero, I don't see him taking losses like that. Like, the Avengers had like a couple of letdown moments, but it was like, oh, they'll come back somehow. And this one, it was like, how?
Got his shit kicked.
Tom Holland as Peter Parker. How did you feel about him?
A+. Better than Tobey Maguire, hands down. Can't stand Tobey Maguire. If you've seen our first video, you know how much I can't stand him. Andrew Garfield, okay. This Spider-Man, amazing.
I had no complaints. I really enjoyed Tom Holland. I thought like, okay, Tom, I can see you being Peter Parker. I can see the way you act as Peter Parker. I had no complaints whatsoever. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed it. Michael Keaton as the Vulture, or Adrian Toomes is his civilian name, but then the Vulture is his alias. How do you feel about the Vulture in this movie? Michael Keaton, I feel like played Michael Keaton in this movie.
He killed it. I think he killed it. He wasn't like a powerful villain, but he did what he was supposed to do and he killed it.
But like, to me, like, it wasn't, the mannerism he had wasn't the Vulture's mannerism. It was Michael Keaton. Like, after watching the other guys, and like, he did the same hand movements, kind of talk that he does in all his movies, and the same facial expressions in all his movies. But
so really, the real villain is Michael Keaton. Not the Vulture, just Michael Keaton.
It's Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. Double life.
I have to go back and rewatch the old Batmans. Could he talk with his hands in that one too? I don't remember. I gotta go back and rewatch him. But yeah, he did all the... by the way, those of you be listening, we're moving our hands, making these faces that only Michael Keaton can make. But yeah, I thought he did a good job. I liked the Vulture's outfit in this movie.
I did too.
I love the giant aviator jacket, but with like the fur on it for some reason. That was like, oh, okay, a little bird like, all right. Like it was huge on Michael Keaton though. Like made him look, I don't know, not Jack, but like it made him look like menacing.
It did.
And
I think that's the whole point.
Yeah. That's probably why, like all black suit, which also made no sense why nobody else in New York saw this, but maybe because he didn't fly around that much.
I doubt he flew around that much. I think he wanted to keep a low profile.
Which he stresses that in this movie in general. Like, I want everything has to be low underneath the radar.
So basically, if that one guy just didn't do anything wrong.
Oh yeah, they would have got away with all this. Robert Downey Jr., Tony Stark, still
No complaints.
His character, Robert Downey still plays his character really well. Tony Stark's still a jerk, still doesn't really care about anybody else, still selfish, and still willing to put others in the way. But, even though he tried to act like a father figure to
That's
Peter.
That's how you think about him?
In this movie?
That's completely different from me.
I feel like he plays his job so well, like really, really well, but...
He plays Tony really well.
Yeah.
He's trying to monitor everyone to make sure that they stay in their place.
Yes, you can't do that.
Yes,
you can't control everything.
There should
Civil War! Civil War!
We disagreed on Civil War. I know we did.
Civil War.
Which side were you on Civil War?
I was on Captain America's side.
Tony Stark. He's trying to keep regulation so people don't die.
You can't regulate
Yes, you
every little
can.
thing. Casualties are a part of war. No offense, but it happens.
Oh, that shouldn't happen.
You're fighting an alien race. You think they care?
Should have been more regulation and it would have been stopped.
Hey, Loki, I can't fight you right now. I'm showing this article right here that I can't go up and
not
punch
even
you.
that.
Like,
If they took real steps, it would all have been avoided.
Loki, you're crossing the line that I can't follow.
If there would have been decent
to the
steps
Accords.
in place, never would have happened.
Oh, we gotta do Civil War.
Yeah, we
gotta
do.
do that review. According to the Accords here, I can't step the line, but I'm just gonna say.
I will sue.
Loki, you might get away with the stabbing. You might bring we'll sue you though.
You might take over my soul.
Thanos in court first. In court. Alright? In court.
I require one of the Infinity Gems.
Sorry, you cannot use that gauntlet on me. It says no Accords here. You must have
No. But we digress. Back to the...
Okay. Yeah, Tony Stark, he showed himself multiple times in the movie. I like the way he did. He was... You saw the mindset from Civil War carry on in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it really...
Very well.
It really brought on to this movie. May Parker, played by Marissa Tomei. Or Tomei. Tomei. Tomei? I'll say Tomei. Marissa Tomei. In this movie, Civil War did it. They did it when Tony Stark first saw her. Said, wow, your mom is hot. And then this movie you're not your mom, but your aunt is hot. And this movie, they just kept nailing it. Like, Iron Man said, Tony said it, some random guy at the deli said it. Who else brought it up?
Rice pudding guy.
Yeah, it's like random people throughout the movie just kept saying, your aunt is hot, your aunt is cute, I love your aunt. Like, everybody, like, she's super oblivious to it too, which...
No, she wasn't. She saw it. She even winked at the rice pudding guy.
Did she wink?
Yeah.
Oh. Ha.
She knew what she was about.
She knew what she was about. I thought she did well, like...
She did very well.
And then she, no complaints about her.
Nope.
See, John Favreau, Favreau, Happy Hogan. I'm just throwing him a shout out there because he's been in all the Iron Man movies, so it's cool to see John back. I destroyed his last name, I know I did. Well, let's get to some of the high school characters, like, get some of the main people in here.
Ned,
which, that was played by Jacob Batalon? Batalon. Ned, who
Bolton?
is... Huh?
Bolton?
No, it's Batalon.
Huh.
So Batalon.
Interesting name.
Which...
He did great. Very fun, hilarious comedic relief.
He's a sidekick. He was that sidekick character.
He's the computer guy.
Yeah, like all superheroes had that sidekick. And I love how Peter Parker wasn't alone anymore. He had a guy who was like one of the first people in the commercial show that immediately saw his, oh, you're Peter Parker. Oh, you're Spider-Man. What? How? Like, mind blown. So, and he kept quiet about it. He was a cool dude.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
He kept like he didn't tell anybody at school. He
almost did.
He just said Peter knew who Spider-Man was.
That's pretty sketch.
Which that's not a spoiler, guys. It's like it happens all the time. There's always that one person like Peter knows Spider-Man. Like okay.
It's interesting that they didn't include the Daily Bugle.
Well, he's in high school. Bugle doesn't happen to like college.
Really?
Yeah. Or afterwards, because you gotta get a job, pay for bills and everything. But yeah, he was a fun character. I enjoyed him. I kept thinking of Static Shock, kind of.
I loved that show.
With Static and then his friend Richie. Like, that's what I kept thinking of. So, like, that really hit that there. I'm not sure that was intentional or not, but it was kind of cool to add a sidekick to Peter Parker. And then you had Liz played by Laura Harrier, who is Peter Parker's crush, his high school crush. Which, a character I've never seen in the comic books, but then again, I have not read any of the comic books since 2008? 2010 maybe?
What I like about her is the diversity of the movie.
Oh, this movie had a lot of diversity in it.
I loved that.
All the characters were diverse. Like, it looked like an actual high school.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool.
Not a whitewash like some of the other movies were.
Yeah. It was great. Like, she was a black African-American woman, and Peter was, like, crushing on her hard. And then, like, she was crushing on Peter, but I liked her. Like, I can't say anything I'll say in the next video, but just, yes. Flash Thompson returns. He played by Tony. These guys' names. Revollori. I can't say anything. My last name is unique, too, so I can't really say anything, but...
What are you talking about, Zakka?
Revollori? I'm just go with that.
Ravioli?
No. Tony Revollori, played by Flash Thompson. Still the same bully. You know, he's different, completely new guy. Same bully, same character. Like, God dang it, Peter, just punch him. Which, Flash didn't really bully him. Like, he didn't physically aggress. Like, physically.
Not physically, but mentally.
Mentally, but in all the other Spider-Man movies, with Tobey Maguire, Flash attacked Peter.
Maybe they won't promote that kind of violence anymore.
Probably, because like he attacked Peter in Tobey Maguire's version, Andrew Garfield's version. He bullied Peter into basketball, or something happened. I haven't seen that movie in forever. I only watched halfway through the Amazing Spider-Man one, so I could go back and rewatch it. And we'll start right there with the characters. What do you think of the cast? Like,
great cast. I feel like they all did very well.
Oh, Michelle, who's played by Zendaya.
Loved her.
Which she didn't have big, like, she had quips and like little parts here and there, but she wasn't really that big of a character.
She wasn't, but she was hilarious.
Yes, she was hilarious. And then like she also has like, it's funny how Peter attracts all these women and he doesn't know it. Yeah, he has some groupies, but I think it's kind of like high school though. Like you don't really know who likes you in high school unless you go out and ask. But all the nerves and everything and emotions, you're like, should I? Do I? And then you got some people like Flash Thompson, like, yeah, I got this confidence and take over.
That was Zakka when he was in high school.
What? Which one?
Flash.
No, not at all. Not at all. Zoom in my face.
Zakka's a bully. Don't let him fool you.
If y'all see this, the death stare I'm giving Peter.
Peter!
I called you that in the other video too. Peter. The death stare getting Steve right now. My
Peter.
God. But yeah, though, I thought that was kind of cool. And then like, and you don't really know who she is either. That's one thing I had with the movie. Like, didn't really know who any of the characters were. Like, they really didn't name off everybody. Like, I guess in other movies they always, excuse you.
I've gone like 3 times already.
In other movies, they always like want to rename the person over and over again. This movie didn't was hammer on people's names, which I'm okay with that. All right, so should somebody go see this movie in theaters?
Definitely.
I'll say go watch it in theaters. Go enjoy yourself.
I recommend doing it in the IMAX and the Dolby Cinema. Because they had a great score in the movie. All the scores were amazing. And in the Dolby Cinema, it kind of shakes chair when you're listening to the music.
For those of us who don't have money, go.
For those of you who go to movies very, very few times a year, it's worth it.
Yeah, definitely go check this movie out. Grading time. What would you grade it?
A.
An A? I'm going to give this movie an A-. I thought it was a solid origin, not really origin tale, somewhat an origin tale. Yeah, it's a solid origin tale movie. Once again, not the best Marvel movie.
Not the best.
But it's up
a lot
there.
Better than a couple of others.
Oh, yeah, it's way better than a couple of others. But I'm curious. I really want to watch this movie again. I do want to watch it again, like, not anytime soon. Matter of fact, I want to go watch it again, see how it holds up. And then watch it like 6 months from now and see how well it holds up there. But, yeah, it's a really good movie. I enjoyed it. Definitely give it an A-. You gave it an A. Go out there and treat yourself and watch Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, stick around, guys, because we're going to do the spoiler review. And also, if you're going to drop off here and go watch the movie yourself, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And see you on the next episode of Movie Showdowns. Hey guys, if you're watching this episode on YouTube, please give it a thumbs up if you really enjoy it. If there's a comment or there's a topic or something you want me to talk about in the future, please put it in the comment section below. Also, please click on subscribe if you want more videos of Grind Towards Success or Movie Showdowns. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And lastly, you can follow me on Instagram here. Follow me on Snapchat there for more daily and motivational tips. And you can watch the next episode of Grind Towards Success here or the previous episode. Or you can watch another episode of Movie Showdowns here, which is my movie review series. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And see you in the next episode. Keep being awesome.